What's up, everyone? It's your girl Tamara Ivey with Ashley Stewart and Ashley TV. Happy Mother's Day to all of the fabulous divas out there. We want to thank each and every one of you for always striving to be the best mother that you can be, and a mother every day. There's never a day that goes by that you're not thankful for your mom. We only get one, and today is her day. Shout out to all of our Ashley Stewart mothers in the building. OMG, we love you guys. You guys are so fabulous and beautiful. And we have a special Neighborhood Girl Gone Global segment today. Joining us this evening is Ashley Stewart 2017, the first Finding Ashley Stewart winner, Miss Theresa Larsen Royals. OMG, I'm so excited to interview her and for you guys to hear her story and to see where the Finding Ashley Stewart initiative all started. All right. Again, so thank you all for tuning in. Remember, text STORE DIVA to 28789. That's STORE, STORE, DIVA, DIVA, one word, to 28789 to find out when your store is opening up, when we have special deals, and anything fabulous about Ashley Stewart. You guys have seen our caption contest happening every week, every Thursday. This week, the Queen 2019, Ashley Stewart 2019, Adelia Edwards. OMG, some of those captions, we got over like 300 comments on the main page. And you guys are so interactive and so much fun. And we cannot wait to see who the lucky winner is this week. OMG, oh my goodness. Now, we get a lot of people asking us how to become a model with Ashley Stewart. So here's going to be some jewels that I dropped for you guys where you can find out how to become a model with Ashley Stewart. On Friday night, we had Ashley Stewart 2018, Tiffany Flamer on, and she gave some good tidbits. We also had Miss Jeannie Ferguson on a week ago, and she also gave some behind-the-scenes deets on how to become a model with Ashley. But for our consumers who are on social media and they're trying to figure out ways to break into that door, first things first, you have to start with a public profile in order for the brands to see you, girl. How we gonna see you? We gotta see you. So in order for us to be able to see what you're working with, you know, we're not really picky. We're not an agency. We are a clothing brand. So most of our opportunities are available during contest time. So, you know, when you're working with a brand, that's really what it is. It's a lot of consumer engagement contests on how to work with that brand. And it's your job to actually figure out how to elevate that platform, okay? Join some, you know, plus communities in your local neighborhood or in your town. A lot of the times you have, you know, these groups of women. I know in Baltimore, you got Curves Rock, Full Figure Fashion Week Philly. You also have Full Figure Fashion Week Gwen DeVoe, New York City. So there's a lot of different groups of people that you can latch yourself onto in communities that you can, you know, get these questions answered from, all right? And how an opportunity is given to you. All right. So tonight we're going to talk to the first ever Finding Ashley Stewart, Queen Theresa Larsen Royals. Now, Theresa has a special story, and I want you guys to really listen to it tonight. She is a woman of experience. She is a woman that is just from the Caribbean, like myself, and she's different. They're all different, but the thing about Theresa that's different with her year, it was the year of the hurricane, and if you guys remember, that year was crazy. 2017. Remember that? The hurricane? It was like the most tense thing happening at the moment, and we really wanted to make sure our ladies were safe and sound. And Theresa still was doing her voting parties at home, fighting for her country, the Virgin Islands. And you know, it was really a very sentimental thing happening because this woman was, you know, fighting for votes, fighting to be in the top 6 at the time, and her country is having a hurricane devastating the whole country in Puerto Rico, Haiti, and all these different places. So, you know, this was a time where she was like, you know what, I'm still not going to give up. I'm going to go for mine. That year, Boris Kodjoe and his wife, Nicole Ari Parker, hosted the finale in Brooklyn at King's Theater. And our top 6 were amazing. Shout out to Shadorn, Ashley, a bunch of other girls that were there. And I want to say, Theresa, you did your thing, and we're just going to, you know, tune her in right now so we could just talk all things with Theresa. But last and not least, make sure you guys shop at AshleyStewart.com because that's what it's all about, right? Shop AshleyStewart.com. It's still not too late to get mom a gift card for tonight. You never know. Get her a gift card. It's an e-gift card, okay? E-gift card. We do everything digitally. So make sure you check out. Don't forget mom. Check out tonight. You have until tonight to get mom that gift card. But gift cards are available all year round at AshleyStewart.com, all right? So now, what you've all been waiting for, Miss Theresa Royals. Hello.
Hi, good
Theresa.
evening.
How are
Hi,
you,
good evening.
Blondie?
I am great. Yes, blonde, blonde, blonde.
Everyone, welcome. Ashley Stewart 2017, Miss Theresa Larsen Royals.
Hi, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms and those who are not moms but serve as a maternal figure to young women, young men everywhere. You are so important to us and continue to be a blessing to us.
Yes. Well, Theresa, let everybody know your name, where you're from.
Well, I'm Theresa Larsen Royals. I'm originally from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. You know, shout out to all the Caribbean massive out there, whether they're in the island, that's right, whether they're in the islands or right there in Brooklyn, when they were my backbone, my support when I came up there for the Finding Ashley Stewart 2017 finale.
Yes. So, Theresa, talk about growing up in the Virgin Islands and the first time you encountered Ashley Stewart and in the States.
Well, growing up in the islands is totally different from, of course, growing up in the continental United States. You know, we are surrounded with plus size women always, and we are accepted in that community. We are thick, we
We're
have
called
hips, we have
curvaceous.
breasts. That's right. We are goddesses. We have thick hips, thighs, everything. So it's a normal figure in the islands.
Right.
When I first was exposed to Ashley Stewart was actually when I came to Atlanta for college. I went to Morris Brown, and here in Atlanta, that was one of the outlets for full figure clothing. The one thing about Ashley Stewart that I loved and I embraced was that they were ordinary women that had curves, that worked in the store, that knew how to dress other queens, other women, and they had a very family-oriented atmosphere in there. That was what I enjoyed the most. They made me feel welcome. I wasn't shopping like in the back of the store of some department store or on one little rounder somewhere
You had an entire store.
Exactly. And it wasn't muumuus either. You know, it was jeans, it was nice tops, it was things that accentuated our curves. And that's what I enjoyed the most about Ashley Stewart. So I've been a long time Ashley Stewart diva.
Nice. So let's talk about your year, 2017. TCF Style
Wow.
Expo, driving to Nashville,
Yes.
Hurricane, and the voting party.
So I was first exposed to Finding Ashley Stewart during the TCF, the Curvy Fashionista Expo in 2017.
Yes.
Shout out to Marie. I
Marie
love her.
Denee.
Marie Denesh, I love her. She's given opportunities to many women like myself.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if it wasn't for her, I mean, I probably wouldn't even be on this, this road. Also, shout out to one of my fellow models, Ashley Walker, who also encouraged me to sign up. She was one of the finalists in the 2017 Finding Ashley's finale. But during that time, I was a very novice model. I mean, I think I had walked the runway for the first time for Marie, at the Curvy Fashionista. And unfortunately, I was at the model call for it, and I didn't make the Finding Ashley Stewart 2017 model call in Atlanta.
Right.
But of course, I was encouraged by you as well. You know, when you saw me there, you were like, why didn't you? And I'm like, I'm okay. And you told me about Nashville. And I'm like, I'll think about it. And then Ashley also said, you really should do it. So I drove to Nashville, which was 3 hours from Atlanta. And I will tell you
By
honestly,
yourself.
by myself. And it was kind of like, you know, storming a little bit, but also the fact that I really didn't even go with like this whole, oh, I'm going to become Finding Ashley Stewart. I went
Right.
because I was going to be around other women who were confident in their figure, who were resilient. And
Yeah.
when I saw those women there in Nashville, it overwhelmed me emotionally to see these women who were breast cancer survivors,
Yes.
domestic abuse survivors. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just here to walk the runway, but
Right.
but to also give encouragement to them because they had never done this. Some of
Right.
them had never been in front of any type of fashion industry like yourself, any type of blogger or
Right.
inspirational person. And it was just to give them encouragement as well.
Right.
So when I became, you know, when I was named in the top two, which I'm still flabbergasted about, I started my, you know, my campaign of becoming Finding Ashley, and I
Yep.
reached out to my community in the Virgin Islands to help
Yep.
me. So during that time of voting, they were voting. I mean, and they had like all devices
Oh
every
my God.
hour voting. I did some radio spots down
I
there.
think my phone had crashed that time because of your family and friends with the amount of I got so many tags. I even got my best friend. She's from the Virgin Islands. She even
Hey,
sent me
yes.
the link. I was like, that's one of my that is one of our
Yes.
queens.
Yes, yes. You know, and it was, you know, I had to explain to my mom what was I doing because of course in the islands we call it a poppy show, you know. And she was like, "What are you doing this poppy show?" And I'm like, "Mom, I'm trying to encourage other women." And my thing was, if you wasn't voting for me, vote for one of the other 20 girls that were
Yeah,
out there
yeah,
that, you know, that were courageous enough to
yeah.
say, "I can be Ashley Stewart."
Right.
And it was amazing. Voting was it was a whirlwind, you know, and then unfortunately we had the hurricanes, both Irma and Maria, that
Right.
hit within a 2 week span
Wow.
in 2017. Um,
I
it
remember
was,
you under a pill under a blanket doing a Facebook Live. Um, you weren't even crying. You were like, please, I know I'm supposed to be asking you guys to vote right now, but pray for St. Thomas and Puerto Rico. We just
mhm,
got hit. The first hurricane wasn't that bad. It was the second one
it
that
was, yes,
really devastated both Puerto Rico and most of the Caribbean, but really Puerto Rico and St. Tom, Virgin Islands,
the Virgin
and
Islands and the British
they're
Virgin Islands as
still
well.
they're still getting
Hmm.
it together.
Yeah, you know, and the part that really kind of hurt the most was that I remember that we, as the finalists, that once we were chosen for the six, that was the day that we were on a conference call with Ashley Stewart, and I said, and I told you all, my mind is not here. My mind is on the people in the Virgin Islands. You know, that was where one of the hurricanes were passing over, and they didn't even know
Right,
that I had gone on to become part of the top six.
right,
So they were completely cut off from all communication stateside.
right,
And that was hard because they were my support.
right.
Um, and it's still, you know, they're still coming back slowly but surely. It's a little, you know, it's a little sentimental to me, you know, because
As it should.
again, again, I am showing the resilience of the people of the Virgin Islands as I stood there in a, you know, on this stage in front of this crowd. And I'm like, this is me. Accept
Yes,
me, accept my curves. This is me.
So what was it like that night when your name was announced? How did you feel when, you heard your name announced amongst 3,000 people, packed house? How did you feel when Boris?
Yes. Goodness. Whew. Anyway, um, it was a surreal feeling, because I stood there on the stage with five other beautiful, talented, amazing, curvaceous, courageous women, and I was totally surprised. I was really taken by surprise. Any of us could have walked away with that crown, and they chose me, and I was just totally humbled by that.
Yes, beyond humbled, and you still are. Talk about what it was like, winning the campaigns, coming to New York. We had so much fun that trip. We did like many photo shoots in New York City.
Yes, yes,
Talk about, staying in New York right now. Times Square is a different place. You stayed in the city, the big city. We had so much fun. Oh my God. I had such a good time. It was
yes.
cold, but we had a good time. Talk about that day and
We
your campaign throughout your reign.
you know, the very first photo shoot I had, of course, I was nervous. I mean, I'm sitting there in the makeup room, and there are pictures of Christina and Devora. And, I'm like, oh my goodness, these are my, inspirations. They're, on the wall.
Yes.
And but you all, as my Ashley Stewart family, made me so comfortable being there in front of the camera. And once it got started, it was much like second nature. But I'll tell you, one of the best things that I enjoyed, not only with you, hanging with you and Donnell and all my Ashley Stewart family, was also meeting Gwen DeVoe from Full Figure Fashion Week. I mean,
And
she is
walking in
my
Full Figure
idol.
Fashion Week.
And walking in Full Figure Fashion Week, and also doing the model intensive with Sharon Quinn. I mean,
Yes.
people think that we just stand there and look pretty. It is
Yeah.
not. It is hard
Yeah.
work. And to do all of that it was great. I also met like so many fashion designers. I met Madeline Figueroa Jones from Plus Model Magazine. It was overwhelming. And New York, yes, it has changed. It has changed, but nothing can beat the spirit of the people of New York. So, I was overwhelmed.
Yes. Now, what should up and coming models, customers in particular, prepare themselves for when it comes to pursuing their dreams as an aspiring model?
Well, of course, follow you. Follow you on Instagram. You
Oh,
have
me?
like some of the follow you, follow. Yep. But also, reach out and follow other models. It's not always easy, even though it's portrayed that way. It is
Yeah.
not an easy business. It's not an easy journey. And reach out. Do some local fashion shows with local talent, or with local stores. Come out and be a part of our Ashley Stewart events as well. Get your face in front there. When you're wearing Ashley Stewart, and I know my divas are rocking Ashley Stewart, tag by Ashley Stewart and get your face out there. If you don't get your face out there, they're not going to know you.
Yeah.
And just also encourage other curvy women, because our movement is amazing. It's a sisterhood of women that are growing, not only in strength but in tenacity. And you would be surprised, even when I go out, I may not be in Ashley Stewart. I may be in another store. I may be somewhere else, and
Yeah.
people recognize me. I think because of the blonde hair, but they also, and they say, "Hey, aren't you Ashley Stewart?" I'm like, "Yes." And I talk to them about becoming Ashley Stewart. It's more than just a pretty face. It is what you give back to the community. How do you lift your sisters up? Do you portray that size and strength is more than just a number on the back of a jeans or on a dress? It's more than just whatever is on the scale.
Right.
And that's what I try to encourage.
Nice. I love it. So how has COVID-19 affected you, Theresa?
Oh, wow. So first of all, much love to all the essential workers out there, whether you're in healthcare, you're a grocery store clerk, delivery, you know, we
All that.
wouldn't be, we wouldn't be where we are without you all. And
Right.
as I'm in the healthcare industry, although I'm in the revenue side, we are essential. We have moved our operations to remotely to work from home, and being in leadership, we're as leaders, we're encouraged not only to help our team members work from home and support them in a manner where they have the equipment and the tools to make them successful, but also to let them know that they have to be able to balance now working from home
Right.
in their home. You know,
Right.
it's a lot harder than what it used to be, where you can go to the office for 8 hours, you're away from your
Yep.
family. Now you're in the home with your family, and that can
Yes.
cause a lot of mental stress, you know.
Yep.
So being able to support them, whether it's offering employee assistance programs where we have counseling for employees, is very important. That way they don't feel as though they're just an employee. They're family.
Yes. Oh, very well said and spoken. Talk about some initiatives that are being that well spoken and well said, but that also segues into what I'm gonna about to ask you. What are some, you know, initiatives that are very near and dear to your heart outside of modeling and fashion, which we
Outside of
know,
modeling,
yeah,
domestic abuse. I lost a very dear friend of mine, a classmate to domestic abuse several years ago, back in, I think I want to say it was 2015. Young, beautiful spirit. And that is the nearest initiative to my heart right now, especially now that everyone is home and
hmm
we have extra stress on us. It's very easy for us to snap, whether it's we're snapping at our kids, we're snapping at our significant others, we're snapping at our pets. You know, it's easy. So so you know, it's important for us to take care of ourselves mentally. Domestic abuse, we have to know how to handle that. What our outlets are in the event that we are in a situation, and how do we, as friends of those who are suffering, how do we help them get out
right.
of that?
How do we
You
support
know,
them?
how do we support her
Yeah,
exactly, or him?
yeah,
You know, it goes both
both
ways.
ways. Yeah,
Exactly. So domestic abuse is a very near and dear initiative to me, as well as mental health. Again, in
yes,
the Black community, we do not talk about mental health. It's almost as though we're ashamed to talk about mental health.
right.
And we have to stop having that stigma in our community. So it's important that we take care of ourselves, whether you talk to your friends or a
Yes,
licensed therapist.
right,
Do that. It's important.
right. Now, you know, you're very fashionable. I love your selfie game during the week when we were outside. And what are some of your favorite fashion items from Ashley? Favorite silhouettes?
Oh, well, you know, of course, I'm always rocking something that shows the little neckline here. So
Yes,
I love the cold shoulders. Things that accentuate your figure. Not everything is for everyone, but
right.
one thing I do like about Ashley Stewart is that the clothing is made for curves. Don't be afraid of prints, don't be afraid of patterns, don't be afraid of bold colors. You
hmm
know, there's a reason why Ashley Stewart exists, is because our customer is confident in her curves. So show off those thighs, you know, rock those iconic jeans, and just be confident in what you're wearing. I love the iconic jeans. I love the leggings.
Yeah,
The
you've
jeans
always
fit
loved the iconic
perfectly.
jeggings. Yes.
I do. I do. The destructed jeans are one of my favorite. I think I may have too many pairs,
Yeah, you have a
but
lot.
and exactly. And the one thing Ashley Stewart is also known about is great business wear and also church wear. You know,
Yes.
you can rock something to the office and then take it, you know, dress it up with some accessories, which y'all are wonderful for. You know, you
Yes.
can take that to a 9 to 5 and an after 5 event.
That's right.
I
Which
love
you're
the holiday
notorious
stuff.
for the after five.
After, yes, the date nights.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yes,
So now
yes.
talk about your newest initiative, podcast.
Okay, so I'm looking into doing a little bit more you know, especially now that we're in this quarantine situation, everything
Yes.
has moved digitally. So doing a podcast, talking about what affects us as women, as curvy women, whether it's relationships, whether it's exercising, which is one of my initiatives now as well, because being healthy doesn't have to be being a size 0. Doesn't have to be being, you can be a size 16, 20, 26, as long as you're healthy and you're strong and
Agree.
you're balancing your mental and physical health. That's
Agree.
important. So talking about this in my upcoming podcast is what I am like so striving for right now. And to just talk to other divas about how they're balancing being a curvy woman with their everyday life.
Well, we can't wait to tune in. You know, we're here to support and we're
Yes.
here to help amplify. So make sure you get us all those deets, because we will make sure everybody is tuned in and listening in to your new
Yes.
name is what?
Terry Royale.
All right. Make sure you guys follow her on Instagram, Terry
Mm-hmm.
Royale. That is her new I want to say anchor woman name, not disc jockey.
Anchor
You're not a
woman name.
DJ.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not a
Yes.
DJ. On mic personality, that type of thing.
Yes. Pink
We're
carpet
gonna make sure
hostess.
we launch
Loved
that
it.
properly. And make sure you guys tune in to Miss Theresa. She always has something positive and classy to say. Follow her on Instagram at Terry Royale, and on Facebook. Well, she has 5,000 followers on Facebook. So if you're lucky that she requests you in.
No, I am definitely, you know, changing my focus has been more for my sisters. So yes, I've weeded out some Facebook followers. So definitely
Okay,
follow me
good.
on Theresa Larsen on Facebook. You know, I always look for inspiration, because when I post something, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, I'm not posting it only for me, I'm posting it for others, but sometimes I need that little extra boost as well, because not every day we wake up looking wonderful. Not every day is, like I say, payday Friday. You know, we sometimes have times when we need that extra boost. So I look to my sisters on social media to give me that.
Yeah.
So I love it. Love them
Good.
all.
Well, she is classy, but she does have a little snazzy spunk on her Facebook page. The memes are hilarious. Sometimes I get too engulfed on reading your memes because they're funny, but you know, you're like, oh my God, Theresa got engaged. And then it's like, oh, well, I just wanted to see how long y'all was going to read for. I'm like, you ain't right.
Yes.
You're not right.
Well, you know, you have to use social media for what it is, not only to reach out, but sometimes we need it to release some of the stress. We cannot be all consumed with the news, the doom and gloom. You know, we need to reach out. So I find humor in a lot of crazy things, a lot of sick things.
Well, keep up the good work and keep up
Thank
the
you.
positivity. Please do, because we do, like you said, we really need it. And everybody, be on the lookout for the fabulous Theresa Larsen Royals. Theresa, thank you so much for tuning in with us today
Thank
on Mother's
you.
Day. And happy Mother's Day to
Yes.
you and the beautiful queen that made you, child. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And make sure you follow Theresa at Terry Royale on Instagram and Theresa Larsen on Facebook. Make sure you guys wash your hands, stay informed, don't listen to fake news, and wash your hands. Stay home.
Yes. Yes. Take care of yourself.
That's right.
More than anything else, because we need you. So take care of yourself.
Yes. You've watched another episode of Ashley's TV, Neighborhood Girl Gone Global series. I'm Tamara Ivey with Ashley Stewart. We are signing out. Mwah. Love y'all.
Love you.
Peaceful.